Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Here we are going to see the topic called facilitating document annotation using content and querying values. Let us see the abstract of the project. A large number of the organization generate and share textual description of their product service, such as textual data content, both structured and unstructured text. Unstructured text hides the detail of the structured text, which is the main drawback of this approach. To avoid such type of information hiding, we use alternative approach that facilitate the generation of structured information by identifying metadata. As a major contribution of this paper is to identify the structured attribute like to append within the document by utilizing content of the text and query work. Let us see the data flow diagram of this project. First, the user have to log in or register. If the user is already registered, he can log in directly. If the given login password is wrong or something else has happened here, it again go to the registration or login phase. He have to give the correct login password and username. If he properly log in, then it comes to the insert document with metadata phase. In this phase, the user can insert the document which consists of the instance record, like that what instance is happening and what the detail is going to happen and which date it was happened. Like a metadata consists of location, date and warning of that particular instance. After the user give the proper details of document, it can be searched by anyone by use of content value and query value. Content value is depends on the content of the document. When the user can retrieve the document directly by using content value. Like that, query value is just depends upon query workload. By calculating this query workload, the query can be retrieved from the databases, and this is the step which is going to be the final. We can retrieve the document by using of content value and query value based on annotation. Let us see the running procedure of this project. First, run homepage.java. The user should first register properly and then he have to log in. If he is not registered yet, he have to register. For example, if I give the registration ID as user 3 and email ID will be user3@gmail.com and the password will be 123 and country is India and I am registering. After I have registered, I am able to log in like user3 password. I am giving the wrong password to check the condition. Right. If the password is wrong, this pop-up will arise, else it will log in correctly. For example, I give 123 as correct password and I am trying to log in, it will log in me. Now this is the insertion system, which is the insertion of a certain record, which is like the instance of flood, thunder, etc. I am giving the document type as flood and the date as the date at which this particular instance was happened, 2012 12 and location will be Shimla, and the storm name I have given the same as flood. Storm category will be 12 and warning is flood. I have given the three things as the same name as a flood. It can be different name also. The document type which is depend on the particular instance name which it describes about. This is the document type. I am describing about flood in that is somewhat place like flood in Allahabad. So the entire detail is described about flood in that particular date it was happened, or I had given the location as Simla, right? So I am changing this as Simla, flood in Simla. So the entire detail is described about the flood that is in Simla, happening in Simla, and what date and what category it was. Finally, we are submitting our insertion system into database. Here the search by category. For example, I have given the search by 12. Okay, and then here the search name is flood. This is the search by query workload. The query workload is nothing but how many times the query had occurred so far. Here I am giving the query name as flood and category as 12 and warning as flood. The entire thing is described about the flood, which is category is 12, and the warning is the flood. The description is flood in Shimla. The description can be any number of words, like describing the entire detail, like newspapers. And then this is the attribute search. This is the search by content value. We can give the particular instant and its occurrences. For example, if I give flood, means the flood is caused in which place and where it was happened, at how many time it was occupied. For example, if I giving flood in Shimla and it was happened in flood and it was happened in Shimla, right? I have given like this, means content it was added successfully in the database. As for annotation purposes using here the flood in Shimla, which I have added, and then that is query. If I give flood in Shimla, for example, if I give Shimla flood in Shimla, it will retrieve. This is the estimation of how many times each variable's occurrences. This is for the annotation purpose. We are calculating this estimation process, which is based on query value and content value. This is the location. Shimla. So this is the record which is happened in Shimla. Here I am giving the estimation, which is the content already present in the document. Okay, like this we can give the location. So there is no record get matched. So the category 4 and the location and the word containing the word estimate. Okay, this is the our final output, which is based on the query value and content value. Query value is based on the query workload, like that how many occurrences are there based on this query, and content value, which is based on the DT. DT is nothing but text document. This text document we can give any word in the text and we will retrieve the same thing. By using this text document, we are retrieving the content. This is the calculation of query value and content value. Thank you.